Good morning. It's wonderful to see you here. Welcome to KCC, especially if you're a new person or a new person here. And welcome to the streamers who are joining us online. Can you hear well enough in the back? Okay. And special welcome back to many friends who are here this morning who went to India for the Mahamudra seminar. So we're really happy to see you back and rejoicing in everything you did there, knowing it will infuse through our Sangha and help everyone in our practice. So today we'll do our usual schedule at KCC. We'll do some prayers to bring our mind to why we're here. We'll practice calm abiding, Shine, together. We'll take a tea break, and then we will, if you can stay and help out with the Dharma discussion, with your questions about what the Buddha taught, your questions about your own practice, and all questions are wise and welcome. So please stay for that, and then we end around 11. So it's quite important, it seems, that we come to practice not for ourselves alone. Most of us have habits of mind, feeling there's a very solitary, separate self. That's a suffering mind. So one of the ways to begin to address that, a kind of happy way, we can visualize our mother of this life on our right. Whether she's alive or dead doesn't matter. She's been your mother of this life. And picture your father of this life on your left. So just bring them here. That helps us begin to widen our mind to others. Then surround yourself in your imagination, but it's also in reality, with friends, other family members, those you might label strangers, though in someone else's mind they're family and friends. Those you might label difficult or enemies. Again, in someone else's minds, they are family and friends. But simply visualize being surrounded by first those beings, family members, friends, strangers, enemies. And then expand way, way out as far as your mind can stretch. $7.5 billion humans, countless animals, birds, fish, insects, beings that may exist in realms that we do not see or hear. Just keep stretching the mind, opening it to the possibility of these numberless sentient beings. And we can imagine them all here with us, engaging in this wonderful practice and benefiting from it. These beings stretch out beyond what we can conceive of, and that's fine. Just play with that relaxedly, vaster than space. And every one of us is completely dependent on others to sustain our lives. And they're dependent on us to sustain their lives. The interdependence is so deep and vast, it's beyond our concepts. Endless, beginningless time. Timeless, spaceless, unbounded potential. And we'll now recite together our beautiful refuge and bodhicitta prayer. Within this kind of view.
Until the summit of enlightenment is reached, I and all beings go for refuge to the sources of true refuge. I will now practice the absorption of calm abiding in order to release all beings from their particular suffering and establish them in lasting peace and happiness. Until the summit of enlightenment is reached, I and all beings go for refuge to the sources of true refuge. I will now practice the absorption of calm abiding in order to release all beings from their particular suffering and establish them in lasting peace and happiness. Until the summit of enlightenment is reached, I and all beings go for refuge to the sources of true refuge. I will now practice the absorption of calm abiding in order to release all beings from their particular suffering and establish them in lasting peace and happiness.
So we say we're here to release all beings from their suffering. That includes ourselves. But in the Mahayana path, the emphasis is on relieving the suffering of others. And it seems, as we practice, that our own happiness comes along as a byproduct, one might say. So this intention to be here for others, to hold the meaning of our lives, to end the suffering of others, this is the bodhicitta mind, the awakened mind. And it's done through the bodhisattva practices. So Lama Michael recently said, bodhicitta is the intention to recognize the awakened mind you already have. The intention to recognize the awakened mind you already have and offer that to all beings. That would be in every moment in a grocery store, when you arrive home from work, here in the meditation hall when you're driving a car, offering that recognition of your own awakened mind and that of others. So in Buddhism, I think it's said there's, I don't know, tens of thousands of practices to achieve this, which sometimes confuses us because it feels like quite a smorgasbord if you're looking online or at books or hearing various talks. Here, one of our foundational practices is calm abiding. Everything in Buddhism is about training the mind, all the antidotes that there can be to afflictions. And calm abiding, it's all about training your own mind. So through calm abiding, it's possible to become more and more aware of impermanence. All we have to do, and we will do this, is sit and observe the mind. And impermanence is so obvious. Even you try to nail down a thought and hold on to it for the whole session, you will not succeed. Thoughts arise, barely abide, then where do they go? Then they're gone. And every moment is brand new and fresh. It's never been here before, and this moment, this word I'm saying, will never occur again. Gone. So through calm abiding, we can build confidence. Confidence in our ability to do it, confidence in the nature of reality, confidence in impermanence, confidence in our Buddha nature, and even confidence in seeing our suffering. So one way to do this that we've been working on more intently lately is having short, successful sessions of calm abiding. So we'll try a little bit of that, and then I'll be quiet, and we'll just do our own workshop within your own mind. So let's check in with our body, our little boat crossing the vast ocean of samsara. Very gently and kindly, just scan the body. You meet anything that's tense within it, that's fine. Just notice that. Sometimes it helps to take a breath and send that energy there and let it go. Then it's helpful, quite helpful, especially if you're new to calm abiding. According to what I notice and talk with others, we're always new to calm abiding. It's helpful to have an object, an anchor that you can come back to. The most common one is the breath. Noticing it going in the nostrils, not changing it from what it's doing, but just seeing, experiencing. Noticing that there's some kind of a turn towards breathing out. Follow that out breath with your attention. And we can notice there's some kind of turn toward breathing in again. Sometimes it's helpful to remember that each breath is brand new. Not the same. Now, inevitably, because of our habit patterns, karma in our mind, attention wanders. That's okay too. The success is to simply recognize that and gently but firmly and precisely bring the attention back to the object. It's helpful to check in whether you're still relaxed, not trying to meditate. Brighten your awareness. Sometimes it's good to open the eyes to do that, keeping them fastened to one spot. And we'll continue like this with some short breaks until the end of the Shine part. So enjoy your calm abiding. Now, is your mind on the chosen object? If not, bring it there gently, precisely, for a couple of breaths, very focused, happily focused. And then take a break, a stretch if you need in place. Stand if you need to, a 1 minute. This helps us see how we get lost and how we can come back and stay relaxed. Again, relax and check where your mind is. Bring it to the object for a breath before you take the break. Bring the mind to the object. It's important to end or break each session with a success. That the mind is on the object and you're clear about that. And you're confident that it is. Then have a relaxed stretch break. This helps us be more enthused to come back. So coming back, if you're like me and your mind wanders quite a bit, it's good to relax the body more. There seems to be quite a connection between relaxing the body, not trying to meditate, and just focusing on the object. So when you're ready, come back to that. Do I know if I'm breathing in? Do I know if I'm breathing out? Do I notice the gaps at the turn of the breath? Come back there, which is nowhere. Relax and check if you need a stretch. You might not. If you do, have one. If you don't, then continue until Linda rings the gong. And relax.
virtue may I quickly realize Mahamudra and establish all beings without exception in this state.
Thanks, everybody. It was quite helpful, I hope, for you, too. A few announcements. Let's see, where are we? Well, we'll have a practice tonight, 6:30 to 8:30. Same thing, calm abiding and Dharma discussion, so feel free to come back. There's a little group of people who do come back, and it's nice to see people twice on Sunday. And then, of course, Wednesday we have our Chenrezig practice, 7 o'clock. You're welcome to that. Even if you're new, you can come, listen, learn. And Thursday, I think this is a mind training. I haven't looked at my calendar, so I'm looking at Alan because he comes. Thursday will be mind training, and we're very excited. We finished our raucous and deep discussion of the 8 verses of thought transformation. I think we did 8 sessions on it, something like that, and we're moving on to text by Atisha. So feel free to come to that. If you want to know about the book and such, you can talk to me at break. Then Saturday, 3 to 5, this coming Saturday, our friend Julie Herlocker there will be continuing a in-depth discussion of some exciting thing that's going to happen to everyone, which is death. So because it's such a big thing, it's kind of good to explore it a little bit before it arrives. And Julie's very skillful at gathering good material and questions and leading a good discussion on that. This thing. The annual Sangha Wingding will be happening February 10th. That's coming up. It's a Saturday, noon to 3:30. It will be here. It will be fun, mandatory fun. You will have fun. It will be a potluck lunch, short meditation, presentations from Lama Michael and Program Council and Board of Directors. There will be a slideshow about what this place looked like, and maybe the downstairs will be done so we can go down there, and thanking and potluck, etc. So please plan for that, February 10th. The bookstore is open. There's all kind of amazing, fun things in there, so take a look, especially if you're looking for gifts for birthdays, Valentine's Day, etc. Anything else? That's what I know. Heather. Yeah, the young adult group meets the first Friday of every month, 7 to 9, and Heather right here, will you put your hand up, is the facilitator, and please talk to her if you think you're a young adult. Then you probably are. Okay, I no longer think that about myself, so, because I turned 70, so that was when I, prior to that, I was sure I was. Okay, anything else for the good of all? Okay, tea time, enjoy. And please come back for Dharma discussion.